Greetings, penguins, and welcome to this video. Today is a special occasion because not only are we painting on CDs, it is a collaboration with the one, the only, the GamerBest76. He is a fellow artist here on YouTube. For this collaboration, we are supposed to give each other a theme that we must follow for 2 of the CDs. The last one we can do whatever we want with. And before I tell you what theme he gave me, I'm going to prep these for painting. Ooh. Here we see wild CDs eager to be painted. Let's get sanding. They are prepared. Let us begin with this one. So the theme that he gave me was Mysterious Fairy Core, which I was actually pretty excited about because I used to love fairies when I was a kid. The only thing I wasn't looking forward to too much was drawing the nature-y bits because I'm not very good with plants and nature stuff. But heck if I'm not gonna try. So the concept for this was fairies circling around a mysterious void in the forest. Ooh. I was originally going to have them like shadowed in, but then I was like, oh no, I want to add cute tiny little details! Which ended up being mistake number 1 with this piece. It's very difficult to ink on this watercolor ground. I thought to sand it, but for some reason I decided not to. And well, that was mistake number 0. Now for the coloring, I was trying to go for a in the deep dark of the forest feel. And you know, at first, it was looking pretty good. But then I kept going and then being like, oh, it's missing something, or I need to darken this, or this isn't quite the right tone, so I need to change this. And next thing I knew, it became a muddy mess. And I am a bit sad. If I were to redo this, I would go with a stricter black and blue color scheme and keep the figures shrouded in darkness. Let me know if you'd want to see me do that. And even if you don't, I might still do it anyways. Because the one thing I did like about this piece was the composition. I did attempt to salvage this with colored pencils, but it was unsuccessful. Oh. Here it is in all of its muddy glory. Okay, for the second piece, I'm drawing a mysterious fairy lady. Is she the one responsible for the void in the forest? Yes, the answer is yes. I had a much easier time inking this time because, you know, it's a lot larger scale and not as many itty-bitty, tiny little detail things. It was still a bit of a pain because, you know, past me didn't sand it. Coloring this was also a much easier process. And before you point it out, no, I didn't forget to draw her eyebrows, she just doesn't have any eyebrows. And if you didn't notice that, well, now you know. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, but of all the CDs I painted for this video, this one was my favorite. I think another factor in contributing to this one turning out much better than the first one is that this is just like one prominent character and not an environment. And I just have a lot more experience in drawing characters and coloring them versus environments. Going over it with some colored pencil to add and deepen shadows. And here she is. On to the final CD, where I can draw whatever I want. And, you know, I was still feeling the fairy part of the theme, so I made something a little bit brighter, bringing back one of my characters that is simply known as the Mushroom Child. They're not necessarily a traditional weaned fairy, but they are fairy folk. And also, I wanted to draw them because my sister-in-law really likes them, so. Even my brother told me, like, you should draw this character more. One of my original ideas with this was to do an alternating pattern with the large mushrooms, but I didn't draw enough of them, so I just made them all red and then all the small ones yellow. Wow, the colors seem almost blinding on this one compared to the others. Also, I completely forgot to say this earlier, so apologies that this is so late in the video, but if you're from the Gamer Bears channel, welcome! I am Wylan. As you could probably seen for the past 5 minutes, I create art as well. Finishing up the coloring of the mushrooms, doing all of the grass, and adding a little bit of shading, and voila, here's the finished mushroom art. Here are all the CDs I've painted today. There was pain, there was triumph, and there was much fun. Tell me which one of them is your favorites in the comment section down below. And I would like to give a huge thanks to the GamerBear76 for collaborating with me. Now you're also probably wondering, like, what theme did you give him? Well, you gotta go watch his video if you want to find out. I will have it linked down below along with his channel. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more from me and join the colony of penguins, as we like to call it here, subscribe. Bye!